What's up, guys? Joe here, back from a morning run. I just wanted to jump on and talk about the transition that I am trying to make right now from boyhood to manhood. And the reason I wanted to talk about this topic is obviously because I'm going through it right now, but also because there's a lot of men that I talk to online, even 60-year-olds, that tell me that they're still struggling with feeling like they're manly enough or masculine enough and all of this sort of stuff, and talking about the inner child and the inner boy and how that inner boy is still in a lot of pain, and they struggle to live their life with that hunger and that thirst that we used to experience when we were a child. So I want to talk about my own transition, and the struggles that I'm having, and how I'm dealing with it, how I'm approaching it. So a little bit of background why I'm sort of so interested in this topic is that I've been a life coach for about 5 years now, and in that time I've done a lot of my own personal development and self-improvement. And in the last year or so, I've really started to hone in and focus on masculinity and men's coaching and men's struggles, and really starting to focus on men and gender. And the reason for that is that men struggle with different things to what women struggle with. And for a man, it's all about being able to conform or to be accepted by society as a man who provides and protects, because that is the masculine energy, the masculine force, the masculine drive. And that's the reason why the majority of men, or the majority of leaders in the world are men. The majority of CEOs are men. The majority of business owners are men. Reason for that is that the masculine energy drives men to seek power, to seek significance, to seek leadership, to seek responsibility, and all of that sort of stuff. And if you're not doing that in your own life, as I haven't been, that's a reflection on myself, that I haven't been operating at the level that I would expect from myself, then it makes you feel insecure, it makes you question your own worth, and that impacts your confidence. And that creates a negative cycle where you don't take the responsibility that you feel you should be taking. And when you don't take that responsibility, you don't get the results that you expect from yourself. And when you don't get the results that you expect from yourself, you lose confidence, and that creates a downward spiral. And the only way to get out of that spiral is to take more responsibility. Now, the reason why we don't take responsibility is because there is still a little boy inside of us that feels that he is hurt, that he is in pain, that he doesn't want to move forward, that he wants to stay still. And that keeps the man from being able to thrive, to be able to really step into his masculine force and his masculine energy, and to rise to the top of the surface. So, as it comes to my own personal journey, I used to be the boy who would wake up early, who would be full of beans, who would be singing really loudly and playing video games. And as soon as I was awake, I had this natural energy, this natural thirst for life. I just really enjoyed living. And that feeling of inferiority, of being a lesser man, started in my teenage years, when I saw all the other lads becoming bigger, becoming stronger, looking more like men, and I was still looking like a boy. I still have my fresh, youthful face. You might not believe it, but I'm 28 years old. So I'm getting to my 30s. So despite my appearance, it is chronologically time for me to step up and to take responsibility and be in charge of my own life and my own destiny. But going back to those teenage years, was that a lot of my confidence was derived from my ability to play football, soccer for those of you guys in the US, and from girls. And both of those things started to deteriorate when all the other guys around me were turning into men and I was still staying as a boy. And that confidence that I used to have as a young boy really started to take a dive. And it's only in the last 5 years where I've been learning how to implement tools and strategies to help to build my confidence, that I've started to do the deeper inner work with the inner child, the inner boy, to heal that boy and make him to feel loved and to feel accepted and to make him feel like he is good enough. And part of that process for me right now is about falling in love with what I used to do and what I used to be like. I used to, as I said, to get up early. So I'm trying to make myself get up early now because I've got into the habit of going to bed really late and waking up really late. And that isn't my natural tendency. That's not what I'm naturally like as a person. That little boy was full of energy, right? So the man inside me, or the man that I am today, needs to find that energy to give that energy to the little boy inside of me, so that he's coming along with me on my journey. So I'm trying to integrate that little boy inside of me. And I think a lot of men struggle to thrive, to feel happy and to feel fulfilled, because they neglect the little boy inside of them. There's a little boy inside every single man, right? It's where the heart is. It's where we love from. It's where we connect from. And if we don't find that, if we don't integrate that little boy, then life isn't going to be fulfilling. It's not going to be enjoyable, because that's who we are at our core. You can earn all the money in the world. You can have the most attractive girlfriend or partner, or many girlfriends or partners. You can have the best social network in the world. You see these people, you hear about these people that seem to have absolutely everything in their life, yet they're miserable. And the reason for that is they're not accepting, they're not loving, they're not giving attention and time and validation to that little boy inside of them. So when it comes to that transition from boyhood to manhood, For me, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you're 21 years old hearing this message, or it doesn't matter if you're 60. If you're not focusing on that integration between boy and man, working on that man, on getting him to take more responsibility and to learn how to be successful and how to step into his masculine energy and masculine drive. If you're not learning how to integrate the inner child, to love him and to accept him, then that's work that is really going to help you to move forward in your life and to feel more fulfilled. So I hope that video helps. If you enjoyed listening to the video, then press the like button, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to check out the other videos that I've done in the past. I try to make sure that I put out a range of different topics and content, and I try to be vulnerable and share my own struggles. So if you are interested in my journey, then I'd recommend going and having a look at some of the other videos that I've done. But that's all from me for now. Also, I will drop the group, my Facebook group called The Vulnerable Man, in the comments below. So if you feel like you struggle with some of the issues that I talk about, then I'd love for you to join the community and learn what it's all about. And yeah, that's all from me. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.